Hello. Hello, hello. Come on. Fuck. Okay. So, obviously, what we're gonna do today, Christian, of course, made an improvement for the mechanism for the door, substituting this here for this. Of course, come on, okay. And we are going to, well, while we're at it, we're gonna finish the door mechanism properly, instead of this here. We're gonna do it the way it should be. With all of the with all of the extra parts. So definitely we're gonna have like this there. There, much better. This is gonna be much better. Yeah. Go. Good. So we can put a 6-stud axle here. Oh wait, 4-stud, of course. 4-stud axle. Of course, this is not the finished thing, because I think we are gonna do something here in order to have our door handle. So let's see what we can do. Before we assemble everything, let's see what we can do with the door handle. So I would say we put this here. So it's gonna be so if it's here or here, yeah, I think it should be like this, so it isn't in the way, I guess, because the handle that's gonna be in here for the inside is gonna be like, the handle is gonna be, like this. Like this. Yeah, okay. We can place this here, exactly here. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we can replace this here with a fiber. Then we have this guy here, and this, no, this, and this, and then this. Okay, there, okay, yeah, of course, and there, perfect. Okay, now what do we need? Yes. Okay, and here we need for the handle 1, 2, 3, 4. So there. There we go. So our handle to open the door from the inside. Really. Okay. There we go. So the handle to open the door from the inside. Focus. Of course, the handle to close the door that one usually uses. We'll see if there's any interference with this, but you know, I'm reasonably happy like that. Yeah. Now I would like to make this cleaner here. Maybe. Let's see. Definitely we need a pinhole, a gray pin here. This one. So. There. Okay. And now, whoops, this guy gets in here, and this guy in here, and the cover is on. Much better. We are going to think about how to attach this at a later time, but I think we're gonna do something, you know, something along the lines of here. There's new pieces, new black pieces in the Lego Ferrari that allow us to, you know, use like 1, 2, 3 studs extension up to here, and then we can basically attach this to them somehow. But that's for later. Okay, I must say I'm reasonably happy with the door. It turned out pretty good. And it's an interesting mechanism, I think. It's an upgrade to what we have in the charger. Of course, because of the door handle. And we have a nice little detail here. and obviously we can dress this up even more if we want to, but right now we don't. Right now what we want to do, and what was the goal in the last video, is we want to work on the B pillar. Excellent. Perfect. The door handle, this part here, isn't interfering with anything. I'm happy. And, you know, obviously, I can lift the car on, you know, I can lift the car with this on. So this part here is very strong. Okay, so now we can remove this, no longer needed, and focus on the B pillar. So what is the issue with the B pillar, you might ask? Well, the issue here is that last time we took away a part here, and this part basically meant that it held this in. So we need to first fix this, and at the same time we need to make an attachment point for this. So we want this to be a permanent part of the B pillar, because if we omit it, you see the B pillar is then too far in. So we need to have something here, and the structure of the B pillar, well, it cannot be out here, because otherwise we cannot do the transition here or the transition here, you know. So yeah, we need to do something here. Well, for this we need to disassemble a few things here to, you know, to gain access, nothing more. So yeah. Okay. I'm also gonna remove this, because we want to get behind this part here. There we go. So this is where we need to make our stand. So obviously we need to omit this part here, and we're gonna extend this down and make the connection that we removed here behind the pillar instead of in front of it, obviously. And while we are doing this, I'm thinking of if we could omit this. Well, not omit. Wrong choice of words. Not omit, but replace with something that would basically make it stand out instead of being there. The question is only, is this possible? Because I do not want this to be placed. I mean, it would be possible technically, but I don't want it to be placed like this. It needs to be like this. Otherwise, it's gonna ruin the look of the car. Covering those studs is gonna be an ongoing theme. Those pinholes is going to be an ongoing theme, of course, because we have all of them here, and we might do something about them. Maybe cover them with something, or I don't know. I'm not comfortable with so many pinholes being exposed. It ruins the look of the car. But that's not our concern right now. Right now we need to make the B pillar work better. So I'm going to remove this guy as well. Okay. And let's take a look at how the B pillar is made. We need to change a few things here. Obviously, this has to go. So right now, of course, the B pillar is no longer as sturdy as it was, but we have to remove this. I'm going to make a few visual changes here just so that it's there a little cleaner, shall we say. So now the previous option was to have a black some 5-stud lift arm here, and then the other lift arm went up. So the lift arm going up is a good idea, but at the same time, you know, we have to have this here. Now, this is a purely decorative element, so it's here just to visually pull this out. And we have to treat it like that. The problem, of course, is that once everything is back in, there. Once everything is back in, come on, there. There. Let's put the door back on as well to see what the issue is. So we do get the opportunity, of course, here to do something about it, because there is some scope for us to fix it in the bottom somehow, but I'm not sure how we're gonna fix it on the top. We'll see. Ideally, it would be 1 stud longer. And of course, we have to have the same part here on the door as well, you know. So this needs to be part of the door, so when the door opens we have this here. That's an interesting problem. So we're not finished with the door, so this has to be fixed here. We do know the angle, it's a number 3 connector, so that's good. So this isn't going to be impossible to fit here, I guess. It's gonna be a challenge, but not impossible. But you know, obviously we are not going to keep this fitted with these here, very obviously. If we extend this down, we do not have an option to mount it. No, we don't. We don't have an option to mount it. I mean, I wish the door would be able to swing out a little bit more, but yeah, plates would, I guess, plate. I mean, obviously these are not going to be the case, but yeah, plates. Yeah, we could put it on plate, and we could use a bracket, of course, but it's gonna fall off. That's my problem. You know, it's one of those things that yes, we can make it work, but it's gonna be fiddly. It's gonna be one of those things that people complain about. Oh, this constantly keeps falling off. You know, that's what I want to avoid. I want to do something that's no matter what you do here, it's not gonna fall off. If we use brackets here, which we could, there are brackets that would, I guess, fit, and then we could put plates on them. But it's gonna be one of those fiddly things. Um, and I want this to be visually same as the thing that we are going to use on the door. So if we are going to use connectors for the door here, maybe we should use connectors here as well. That would be an idea. No? Since we would use connectors here, and let's make this connection here. Let's make this part here so that we have a reference, you know, and see where we even can start it. So obviously, I would like to start here. If I start here, I have a problem immediately. So this is where we can start because of the way we have this attached. Ideally, it would be a bit different. But, you know, if we... Let me explain the problem. If we close the door, I'm gonna remove this for visuals. We close the door. You see, the problem is that we cannot go lower because lower are already these here. And that's a problem. And it's not even the connectors that are in the way, it's the lift arm here as well. So the connectors here are fine, but we need to redesign this a little bit, because obviously we don't have in this position here and this position here, we do not have any way of attaching this. If this was here, this would be, we would be able to attach it, but it cannot be here. It's, you know, if it's here, you see where we have the lift arm. I mean the lift arm, the connector. It's far too in. It needs to be here. Let me look at some pictures of the Sierra. Maybe I'm overlooking something, because I know for a fact that the this door pillar here is actually at least one stud further in on the Sierra. It makes the door makes like the edge of the door makes like a slight indent, but this is too much. 2 studs is too much. Yeah, 2 studs is definitely too much. Yeah. That's gonna be interesting. Needs to be here. It needs to be here, but we cannot attach the bottom. There's no way, because here is already, this part here is already filled with stuff that we cannot move. Or can we? Or can we? That's the problem. We can. See? We can move this stuff. And we will. So, let me explain. So, obviously, this guy here is in the way. So it needs to move 1 stud further to the back. This guy obviously is gonna move to the back as well. We are in the process of doing this. We're gonna lose this point. And while we're gonna lose this attachment point, we might as well make this part here a little bit different, I guess. Maybe. Obviously, we need to keep this, but maybe I want to keep this attachment point here for the side panels. And let's see what we can do with the B pillar, because obviously when we move this further to the back, we need to change this a little bit. Because right now it's attached to this. And if we move this, we need to change the attachment points. They can be, of course, angled. I mean, angled. We can use the angle connectors, of course, to keep them in the same place while this is being moved backwards. That's one possible scenario. The most likely scenario. And at the same time, I would probably take the opportunity here to, yes, there's a perfect opportunity to basically be able to omit this. We can omit this entirely. So let me explain. So basically, when we move this backwards, we keep this in place where it is. We are going to probably do something different here for this, and we are going to attach. We're gonna have this guy here, and then we're gonna just attach this here to the body, and then it's not gonna be able to pull out without us having to have a lift arm here. So let's try it out. There's nothing else to do but to try it out. Okay, so here we can use this guy, and because we're gonna do what we're gonna do anyway, we don't have to extend this down. We just have to anchor it. So this is gonna be enough. Okay, but we're not gonna anchor it permanently yet, because I want to see how we are going to make the connection here. Okay, and I hope we can do this better than before. So obviously I would like to have something like this, and then we would make the connection up here, and I want to permanently fix this to this guy here. And this is perfect opportunity, I guess, to use this. So we would have something like this, and then the B pillar is very well located, I should say. Now we just have to make the connection here, and of course provide an anchor point for this. Where was this before? The anchor point needs to be up here. Okay, so we need to engineer something here. One possible scenario would be to do it like this. Just experimenting. But I think this is gonna be riddled with failure, maybe not. Then we have to do something here, because obviously we want this part to be really squared. No, L brackets are not the option here. L brackets are not the option. But I'm thinking of changing this and adding a frame. What if we put a frame in here? The frame, of course, would connect to this as well. Let's see if the frame is going to be in the proper position. It has potential. Frame has potential, definitely. Where is this located? Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, the frame needs to be one step lower, which is not a problem. There. Everything here is now a bit wonky because we took a part of the structure away, of course. So keep this in mind. Yeah, problem with the frame is we lose this connection point because the frame doesn't align. That's not such a problem because we can move the frame. We can move the frame away. Or can we? I want the connection point here. on the frame. So either we move the frame one stud further to this side, which we probably should do. So in this case, we do have that connection point here. Yeah. In this case, we do have the connection point. And now we just have to basically, well, we need to connect these guys here, which is gonna be a challenge because the frames here, I don't know. Ideally, we would use unibody construction techniques and combine these, but they here lack attachment points, so these are useless for anything structural. It's such a shame that the frame doesn't have a hole here. Yeah, that would be ideal. Then we could attach this without a problem and even do this transition here. But right now, I don't see it happening. So it's obviously here we have the problem. Here we have the problem that we have a situation like this. So obviously we gonna have to omit this guy here, which was the plan anyway, if you ask me, because it's gonna the strut tower is being pulled out constantly, so we need to change this anyway. Okay, so let's see. This is one. Okay, it can be a 13. No, it has to be this guy here. Okay, and here we can have, for now, I'm gonna use fiber. Just so we have a connection here. Otherwise, I don't have a reference to work with. Okay. So, interesting. Still, this part here needs connection. But right now we do have the attachment points for them. I'm gonna use the pins here to just offer them up. Okay. To just be able to offer them up, and they would stay. Would they? Ah. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's very good. That's even better. So they need to stay. Okay. One stud away here. One stud away. So can everybody please report this account here if they can? Do I have an option to report this? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? How does this come in here? Is there a way to report this to YouTube? Please, everybody, if you can, report this account. This is very inappropriate. Okay, so this means I can move this guy forward without problem, which is good because we have to add another layer on it anyway. So I like this. Okay. Okay. We do this. Good. We do this. And here. Thank you. Everybody reported. I mean, ideally, I know I'm getting greedy. Ideally, this guy would be one stud further to the front. It would be here. It would be one stud further to the front, like this, instead of this, in the same plane as this. Then these two guys would be able to be attached here and here with some trickery. And here we would have a connection to this via a lift arm. Yes. And okay, yeah, that would be good. There. There, and now we need to attach this like this. Yeah. Okay. Like this. And this guy here is going to be attached to this. And it can be attached as simple as this. Where do I have the pins? I know something's gonna bite me here. I'm pretty sure. I know what is gonna bite me here, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Yeah, this needs to be. Yeah, okay, I know what I fucked up. This needs to be one stud further back. Exactly. One stud further back here and here. Yeah, okay, that's the setup we need. Okay, obviously. And this here is going to be attached to this. So 1, 2, that, like that, for now. Obviously, this gives us a perfect opportunity to create a mounting point for this here. So we're gonna change this again. I think. I mean, I know we're gonna change it again. And we need basically, what do we need? We need a stud hole here. Ideally, not you. Yeah, yeah, ideally we would use this guy here without this. That would be perfect. So we would use it here. So stud hole here, stud hole here. And that would be fine, but I think that this guy is then interfering into the interior too much, but let's see. Let's see. Like this. And now we can add this guy here. Okay, see, and even if we decide to use connectors or whatever, we have the attachment point here. So basically like this. Mm. There. There. See? Very nice attachment point. And then of course we have another thing covering this part of the B-pillar here. Ideally another lift arm, probably not. And now we have room. We do have room to make the connector here. Obviously we need to attach this still, because this is still not attached, but it's probably gonna be a hell of a lot easier than before, because now we can use, you know, things like this or something. But first we need to locate the latch. We need to locate the latch again, because circumstances have changed, obviously. Okay. And the latch is gonna be where? Let me see. Which one? Here. So the latch needs to be on this plane. Yeah. This plane. And one stud further in. Okay. How do we solve this? Needs to be like, you know, one stud further out than it was right now. Simple. Do it like this. Exactly. As simple as possible without interfering. Perfect. There we go. So the latch is here. Now we have all the room in the world to make this work. Let's see. We just need one stud, to leave one stud up here in order for us to be able to do the magic with the 3-stud connector here in the door. And here on top, I don't know what we can do to attach this. So I don't want this to be just placed here. That's not my style. It could be. I mean, some designers could probably just place this here and say, yeah, that's, you know, friction. Friction is holding it there. Let's leave this like that. But I don't want to do that. My bigger concern, of course, is, you know, we have to now create a connection here that is, well, that looks okay. That isn't cobbled together, you know, what, like, shouldn't be impossible. But let's see. One suggestion would be, I mean, at the same time, you know, we have to attach this part of the pillar here, in order to, you know, keep the angle. This is very important. But where is it? Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's like that. And we would ideally want, you know, this guy here, guess. Somehow we need to attach those two permanently, but in a better way. Yeah, we cannot use this because this would be ideal, but we cannot use this because this is already here. And we cannot use it on the other side. Yeah, because of this. No, I don't want to flip the frame. If I flip the frame, by 90 degrees, then I lose these two attachment points. And this is already a 15 stud lift arm, and it's not really going to do us any favors. It's not gonna do us any favors, but I'm thinking of maybe we can do this better by utilizing maybe these guys here and make a bracket of sorts. It's gonna be interesting, but at the same time the bracket would connect to this at the same time, from the back side, and we could still have a lift arm here, because if we just connect, if we would just do this, you know, so we have a lift arm here, this would already be very good. Maybe we can leave it like that. Maybe we could do just that. Let's try it. So when this lift arm is here, we have, wait, the only issue I see here, yeah, it's the problem how to attach this guy here. But I guess now that we have this in place, we can simply attach it with one connector. Should be enough. basically like this. And this is pretty sturdy, I must admit. Because this guy here is attached to the entire thing first here with a pin connection and here. And then this L lift arm combines everything together even more. So you see, this is actually pretty sturdy. Pretty sturdy. And we have still options to make it sturdier by adding another L lift arm here. But you know, we do have the option. Or instead of adding another L lift arm here, we can add something, you know, that combines these two to eliminate. You see, there's small, very small issue here, but I think the L lift arm would if we have another L lift arm here, this would fix the problem, I think. Or in the worst case scenario, we could do just this. We could place this guy here. There. And there. That would be the worst case scenario. And then this, yeah, this eliminates all movement here. And then the side panel attaches without problems. And now, when we close the door, we have the empty space that we wanted here to attach the connector. So what we want here is exactly here. We want to attach our connector. Not that it's going to be terribly easy, but we do have the option here. And we're gonna do it how? Let me just think for a brief second. Here and there and there. Okay, it's gonna be a bit complicated, but it's gonna be fine, I guess. So we're gonna what we need basically is, you know, we need something like this. No, sorry, we need what we need here is we need this. See, here we need this, and it's gonna attach up here. It's gonna attach up here, and it's gonna be fine. Okay. So we're gonna use, instead of this, we're going to use this. And we're gonna use it like that. Can omit this basically. See, this is what we need. Okay, and of course, now we are going to put a connector here. I don't have a white one, but black. I mean, black is gonna be the preferred one anyway. I think here. There. So this is the part of our door that's gonna the only basically fixed angle on no the other angle is gonna be the 90-degree angle here, but this is gonna keep the entire frame of the door. Kyle, yeah, we are way past that. We solved all of the locking mechanisms. Come on. Okay. There we go. So now we have the ungrateful task of mocking up a fiber, of mocking up the door frame. Obviously, I'm at this point in time, I'm not giving a lot of attention on looks. Because that's not important right now. We're gonna finish the looks later. Okay, so it would be like this, and then there. Okay. There. I'm gonna have one of these here. Come on. Okay. So ideally, I would have this half a stud forward instead of what we have here. Half a stud forward, yeah. Of course, and I have to turn this around. There. And now we need to see what we need here. Obviously, this would be made by connectors. There we go. And now we need to go for this guy here. And since everything here is at an angle, what? Yeah, no. So this angle needs to be, it's a compound angle. So we would come with a connector down here. And then the connector would attach to this guy, yeah. But hey, we can, this is an 8, we can use a 9er. We can use a 9er. Where do I have the 9er? There we go. 9er. There. Okay. how do we do this? Yeah, we do it like this, I think. We have this guy here. And this. So this is what? This is a tenor. We need an 8, I guess, or a 9. Let's see. No, we do need a tenor. Oh, right. Okay, so this is... this one needs to be a ball joint, basically. Hold on. Hold on. It needs to be a ball joint. Yeah. How do we do this? This needs to be a ball joint, but we cannot place a ball joint here. We cannot place a ball joint here. Okay, I have a sick idea. And it may not be to everyone's liking. In fact, some people might cringe on it. But the point is to have a ball joint there and not modify any parts, because we don't want to modify stuff. So I have some leftover flex tubing. That I'm going to jam into this. And then jam into this. And it's fine. And we have our flex stuff. There we go. Perfect. Obviously, it's not the final word, but for now, for all intents and purposes, that we can continue designing this, I think our door frame is good enough. Obviously, we want this part here to be the same style as this, so we're gonna obviously have to use connectors here. Otherwise, it's gonna look weird. But I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah. So here we are mostly done for now, and we need to focus our attention back again here. I mean, you know, this is not the final word. It's just, you know, an easy solution, but we may come back to it and see if, you know, we can find another way. In fact, I mean, there might be another way. Yeah, there might be another way. I mean, we basically could use, you know, if something like this, you know, this would provide the angling, but no, it's not. There's no better solution than this, I think. No. I mean, these are fine, but you cannot make angles that are smaller than 90 degrees. So, yeah, this, I mean, this is perfection. It's perfect. Anyway, strut tower. Obviously, I'm gonna remove the rear hatch, and let's take a look at the strut towers. That's an interesting problem here. Let's hope to solve it. No, the cardan is also, I think, not the appropriate way, because you have absolutely no way to mount it anywhere here. Maybe, but you see, with the cardan, you cannot mount it here, and whatever you do with the cardan, you will have to create a mount point that's not this. Maybe use this. I don't know. Yeah, maybe if we use a cardan and use this thing here as a mount point, maybe. Let's try it. It's not a bad idea. The cardan is not a bad idea. Let's see if it's viable. So what we would do is we would scavenge this guy, put this here inside of it, like this. Now we have to put where is it? We have to put this guy here. I already see that this isn't gonna be as nice as I want. So we use an extension like this again. Can't we even use it? Oh, okay. So this needs to be lower. Very well. So we use this guy. We use 1, 2, 3. Use this, and needs to be tenor. Then there. So now once the door is in, I guess, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is, I guess it's okay. It does kind of fulfill some of the requirements. Yeah. But it needs some work. Obviously, it's flimsy. So what we need to do here is replace this. This, and we will basically make a connection like this. Sorry. There, like this. This would be appropriate. There. And at the same time, yeah, I can see this work. At the same time, we can now properly stabilize this guy here by attaching this to this or our structure there. Either or. Either or. Yeah. Again, like 1, 2. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, and then we can take care of this. There. So we need a 6 here. There. 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 And there. Or we can have it on top. Even better. Come on. Go. There we go. I think this is actually better than my solution. There. Okay. Okay. Now, of course, we could, if we wanted to, mount this to this as well. Somehow. I mean, somehow. Obviously, we have a moving target here. Yeah, something, something like that. A mounting possibility. but to be honest, you know, we can leave this because we're gonna add in order to make this look good, we're gonna add more sections here of the new lift arms, I guess, or maybe not. And then there's not gonna be a way of attach this, but you know, this is fine. This is fine. It's fine, and I think this is actually better. It's gonna make it. It makes this attachment point stronger, and this is now basically easier for Christian to build in CAD as well. I think he's gonna be very thankful for us to do this. There. Okay. I think this is good. I think this is very good. It has a nice feeling when you slam it shut. And it stays shut. Come on. Yeah. Does it? Okay, doesn't. Okay, I know what the problem is. When we move things around here, the relationship between these two changed, I think. No, I don't work on any Lego stuff off stream at the moment. Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you pull enough, obviously, you can dislodge this, but this can be easily fixed by adding a stronger spring or a bigger lever for the spring. Yeah, it stays close, and that's good enough for me. No one's gonna pull the door hard enough, you know. Or maybe, I mean, yeah, maybe we need to fix it a little bit, but nothing major. Nothing major. Everything here looks fine. Except, of course, we need to make sure that this is attached properly. My only worry here, is that with making this, we made the doors, so the opening of the window too small. That's my only worry, because before we had this, the Sierra has large windows. Before we made this, this part here was a large opening. Now we do have doors, we do have door frames, but we made the windows smaller, which I'm not a fan of. I mean, Christian's gonna do this in CAD and make it white, of course, and we're gonna see what effect this has on the car. If the effect is that the windows are gonna be too small, then our only option would be here to omit the window frames entirely, I think. Because the other problem here is that here in the rear we would need to replicate at least this part here. So we would have to put a lift arm here or something to lower this part so that the window line would be consistent. And we are going to know this once Christian puts this into CAD. Yes, we can make some visual tweaks by making the entire frame black, or at least part of it. We can make, for example, this part here black, or I don't know, or the entire frame. We can make it black, and then visually it would appear as if the window is large. So we could do that. Here, I mean, here in the front, because of the A-pillar shape, I would, well, maybe not. We can have this, all of this black. Yeah, we can have this black. Only problem might be if the CV joints are not black. They are basically only light bluish gray. But this isn't a problem, because right here we're gonna have rear view mirrors, which are gonna hide this. So the mirrors that we're gonna have here are gonna hide this entirely. So we're not gonna worry about it. Even if this is light bluish gray, who cares? Obviously, we need to tackle in the same way than this. We need to tackle the A pillars. This guy needs to be here, but at the same time, we need to address all of the pinholes. We need to do something here, and maybe, you know, the transition from here to here. All things that we need to consider. But right now, we have a few minutes left. Well, we have like, what, 25 minutes left. Let's focus on the strut tower to finish this structural part here. On the real car, the window frame, so basically the door frame is the same color as the car. It only has a black rubber seal around the window. So, I mean, it also depends on which car you're talking about, because the Sierra, the American Sierra, the XR4i, I think, which has the weird side window shape with two windows, has actually black frames around the windows. But the European one that we are building doesn't. So keep this in mind. A problem is if we replace these here, we lose a lot. I don't think the roof line would benefit from it being so thin. I could be wrong. Maybe we should do this just to make this to be just one stud thick. Maybe we should. I don't know. Maybe something to try in CAD. Or, you know, we could lift arm this, but not today. Not today. Let's see what we can do here. Obviously, the problem is that these here are being pushed inwards. So disregard these guys here, because we are getting longer springs, just the same ones we had. But I just put these in just so the car doesn't sit on the floor. So disregard this. Just focus on this happening. Obviously, I would like something, for example, these guys here. to go in there, and then we have this here. So this here is free. So when we put those there, we have this space to fill. And what if we, take these and then make a bracket here, so that the bracket hugs this from this side. So then the strut tower would need to basically push the entire part of the car in, which is what happens in real life. Basically, you spread the load over this, but this wouldn't happen, of course, because we would have bracing here. Well, my engines had many failures. I didn't film them back in the day because it was an era before smartphones and stuff like that. So many failures that my engine had were never caught on film. And yes, they did have structural failures. One of those where the engine suddenly stops because something inside broke. The classic stuff. Come on. Okay. Okay. Very good. We don't even have to burden this part because we have the frames on each side very close. So this guy here can basically be attached directly to this frame without any issue. Hey Joka, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but yeah. Hey. Okay, come on. Come on. There. Okay. And here we can basically. Oh, this is gonna be enough. There. There's gonna be enough. So that this guy isn't gonna do this. Okay. And here in the back. What can we do here in the back? It's a little bit further away. I don't want to well, here we can make the bracket solution that I wanted, probably. Yeah. There. If we wanted to, you can always add more connection points, but I think this is good. Suddenly, our strut tower is located properly, and it's even smaller in footprint than the other one. And of course, we gained one stud in trunk width as well. And just keep in mind that we are going to add a big spring here instead of the small one. The small one is just a placeholder. I mean, a part, I think, once flew off, but nothing like. I think it was a chain. When I still used chains to drive the fronts of the engine, so the camshafts. I think a chain broke apart, but that was it. Nothing as spectacular as you would hope, I guess. Mm-hmm. Where does it bend a little bit? Here. So, one thing that we didn't address, we still need to make a connection between this guy here and this. Let's try it very simply. If we're allowed to. Yes, we are allowed to. So let's try this. Such a small difference. And I was wondering why this is happening. Okay. I mean, very, very small connection between them here. Like this. And like this. And oh boy, did this make a difference. Holy shit. Holy shit. Now I don't see these moving anymore. So you see the lift arm going up and this frame here. When I was picking the car up in the back, these two were basically, they were like spreading apart a little bit. Now that they're not, the structure here is, oh my god, so much better. So much better. Such a small difference. Such a small thing makes a huge difference. A huge difference. Yeah, that made all of the difference. I mean, it feels so much better. Great. Not that our work is done. Far from it. Far from it. Okay. This is good. This is just temporary. I'm just putting this up because I can. There. I'm not a fan of this. We probably need to make something here, but I don't know what this is. To prevent it from going down. Maybe jam something in here. You know. Maybe we should, in this case, jam something in here that would prevent this from happening. Maybe a ball joint. Maybe as simple as that. Nope. Not as simple as that. It needs more. Okay, this is too much. It's a good idea, but then once you have this, then this gets pulled out. See, now this gets pulled out. Okay. So good in theory, but no. How would we prevent this from happening? Well, you know what I wanted to do. So we jam something in here, and when I press down on this, whatever is jammed in here would prevent this from going down, but it creates a lever, and then suddenly this is being pulled out. So frustrating. Well, we are going to think of something, I'm sure. Yeah, this needs attention as well. But the connection here, maybe we can omit this, but yeah. Okay. I mean, the car feels solid, and we just did one side. The other side is still the same as it was. So yeah. No, we'll see. I mean, over the weekend, I'm pretty sure Christian is gonna make the changes that we did in CAD, and then he can judge if this is okay or there's interference, there's angles that I'm missing here. Yeah, we have work to do. So next stop is here. Over the weekend, of course, I'm gonna replicate this side on the other side. And I'm probably gonna replicate some bodywork stuff that Christian did in the CAD model, just so we can then have a feel of what we are dealing with. And when I have the car in front of me with the bodywork done, I can then better judge. Oh, we still need to change this. We need to change that. All that kind of stuff. Well, some videos, some normal videos are gonna happen. I need to do the charger introduction video over the weekend. But for normal videos, I don't know. Give me ideas. I don't have any ideas. If they happen spontaneously. If I have something to film, for example, in the summer, when we're gonna obviously drive the cars around, there will be videos, obviously, by driving the Sierra, the Audi Quattro race car that we're gonna build. But for now, it's streams only. Yeah. I mean, the streams are the regular content of this channel, and then videos are, every now and then. We'll see. It's not easy to find the time to make a proper video, and you need an idea. I don't have an idea, and with Lego, you need something built, and it takes time. So give me ideas. Join the Discord, and let's make a group. So you can post some ideas that you want to see. Anyway, that's it for today. As always, thanks for watching. Do consider supporting me on Patreon if you can. because Lego is expensive and we have a lot of stuff to do. Charger instructions are available on both my site and Rubricable. Links. I should probably put the links into the description. And yeah, I see you on Discord, and we are gonna have the next stream on Monday. That's it. Have a nice weekend, and I see you on Monday.